Hello, how are you? Um, this recording is basically for those who intend to start, a fish farm. Um, it's a it's a step-by-step guide on how they can go about it. I have videos like these in my you know library of videos on my channel, but you know people might not be able to search these videos out as they are compiled in among so many others. So uh, I decided to do a new video concerning starting up a fish farm in this new year for the benefit of those who are about to start uh, a new fish farm. The business fish farming is actually a lucrative one, but you have to know the ropes. You have to understand the basics, and then like any other business that will succeed, the beginning part of it is quite important, ultimately important. You need to start up very well. So I'll just delve in straight. If you want to start up a fish farm, the first thing you must consider is a place. Where do I locate my fish farm? I would prefer that you locate your fish farm anywhere that is close to your house. Reason is because you need to be on ground all the time. You cannot leave your business in the hands of your workers, your staff. So proximity plays a great role here. If you are close to your business, you can easily drive down or walk down, or get into a public transport down to your business place. It will help you a great deal. But if you think, okay, I can locate my business, my fish farm business, far away from my place because that's the only you know area where I saw a place to use. Okay, you can go ahead and do that, but you need to have a means of getting to your farm every day. Reason why I prefer it to be close is that it is convenient, it is better, it is easier for you to get to that place where your business is, that is close to your house. Number two thing you must know to start up a fish farm, as it concerns location, the place where you do your business, is that that area must not be totally residential. The waste of um, the waste that comes out of the ponds, fish ponds, when you begin to drain the waste out, it it smells a lot, you know, and then the the uh, the business itself kind of gathers a lot of mosquitoes. So if you are, you know, clustered in the middle of a residential area, your neighbors will harass you, and eventually you have to close down. So try to see if that area where you want to locate your business of fish farming is not 100% residential. Number three thing that you must consider before you start a fish farm is wherever that location must be for your fish farm business, it must have a working drainage. The gutter must be flowing and flowing away to somewhere where the wastewater is taken to. If you do not have a gutter that is flowing, a deep enough gutter that is flowing, your water discharged will just be around the area where you are doing your fish farm, maybe your compound, and then flow out, you know, to the road, or close to your neighbor's place, or where people sell their things, or whatever it is. But it will be terribly inconveniencing for you um, and for whosoever is close to your fish farm. Water will gather, it will become um, a breeding ground for mosquitoes. It will be extremely horrible. You can't even stand it, and the people around you will harass you a lot. So this is why you need to have a location that has good flowing gutter, a gutter that flows to somewhere far off from where you guys are. Okay, so having that in mind, we go to the next part of what to consider. You have to consider power. We do not have constant power in this part of the globe, so you have to consider buying a generating set, a petrol generating set, or a diesel power generating set. Now, it all depends how many fishes you want to start with. If you are starting with about 1,000 fishes, 1,000 pieces of fingerlings, you can go for a petrol generating set, because you know you can have you can work with that will be enough for you. But anything more than 1,000, say from 3,000, 5,000, and all the rest, you will need a diesel plant that can generate power for you. Now, reason is this. So we go to the next again. Reason is because if you want to stock about 3,000 pieces of fishes, it means that you have to have about 26 by 4 tarpaulin tanks, 6 by 4 tarpaulin tanks, for you to be able to conveniently bring up your fishes to table size. Now, if you have 20 tanks for that purpose, it means that while draining out water and refilling water, you will need about 2 sumo pumps. 2 sumo pumps of 1.5 horsepower will give you speed. So we're talking about speed here. Speed is because when you drain and refill water into your tanks, you need to do that very quickly, because if it is slow, if it is not fast enough, your fishes will stress, and then when they get stressed, they become susceptible to diseases. They are open to catch diseases, and then they become sick and die. If they don't die, they might become stunted and don't grow. So many things can happen. So while draining and filling, you need speed. Now, if you have 20 tanks and you have a petrol generator that can run maybe 1 pump, and the pump might be half horsepower, that will take you hours to fill, to drain, and to refill. And in doing that, your fishes become stressed and very sick. That is why you need a diesel plant when you have about 20 tanks. But if you have about 5 tanks, 3 to 5 tanks, it means that you are doing, say, about um, 500 to 1,000 pieces of fishes. You can do that with a petrol generating set. Okay, um, so that is what it is. Another thing to consider when you want to start up is the capital. Starting up a fish farm business, um, you need to be able to know how much you need to run your business through. When I mean run your business through, that is from the day you stock to the day you harvest. If you want to go for the roasting size should be about 300 grams to 500 grams. That will take you, if you start from fingerling stage, that will take you about 2 months and a half to 3 months, or so let's call it 3 months, if you want to get 300 grams to 500 grams. Okay, now you calculate how much am I going to be needing to buy the feed that will take them for 2.5 3 months. Okay, and then you put that aside. Reason is because you cannot tell your fishes when you run out of money that they should wait until you get money. What happens is that after a while they begin to emaciate, they begin to reduce in weight. Okay, and because you have not fed them for a while, so it is best you keep feed money aside so that you will not have a problem having to buy feed. So calculate how much you will need. It's very essential. How much will I need to run through for 3 months? Now if you want to take your fishes to 1 kg and above, it means that is what we call table size. It means you have to do it for about 4.5 months to 5 months. 4.5 months to 5 months, or 5 months. Let's look at 5 months, or 5 months 2 weeks. You have 1 kg and 1 kg above if you start from fingerling stage. So that means you have to calculate how much am I going to use to buy X amount of feed for X amount of stock. If you stock, say, about 1,000, you have to calculate according to what the feed price is. And then if you stock up to 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, depending on how much you can stock and how much you have available. But the most important thing is that you must have to have money set aside for feed, number one. You must have to have money set aside for diesel or petrol when there's no power aside. Okay, then you have to set out money for at least a boy, one staff, or if you want to start off doing it yourself, better. Okay, now you put money aside for these things and then you are good to go. And they start. Do not take chances. A lot of people want to start up fish farming business and they say, okay, I have so amount of money, let me just start, maybe something will come in later. This is livestock. You don't deal with livestock like that. For livestock business, you have to be prepared. Okay, then we go into the area of learning. Don't jump into fish farming if you want to start like that. Don't just jump into it. Many people think fish farming is all about getting the pond ready, putting water in it, throw fishes in it, and then you throw feed in it. It's much more than that. You need to understand what fish farming is. So I will advise anyone who wants to start fish farming, don't go in unadvisedly. Don't go in without the knowledge of what it is all about. Go and understudy someone. Of course, this will incur some money. It has to be someone who knows what he or she is doing. Check their results. If they have had results in their fish farm business, go and understudy. Don't go and understudy with somebody who talks a lot. Talk is cheap. You need to see their results. You need to know that they are veterans in the fish business. They know what they are doing. There's so many talkers out there in this fish business. They tell you everything but they know nothing about it. So look for somebody who understands it, and submit yourself under such a person as a mentee, so that he or she can mentor you. They will definitely charge for such. Do not be afraid to pay what they charge, because if you do not learn and go into it, you will lose more than what you would have paid learning. So better you learn from somebody who knows it until you are prepared, until you understand the basics at least to go into the business. Don't start. When you get the basics, you go into the business, then you learn on the job. You begin to understand a few things. Don't cut ties with your mentor after you've started, because there are things that will be difficult for you. So you can always call them and say, hey, this is what is going on. What do I do? You know, stuff like that. And I'm sure they'll be happy to, you know, carry you on and see you through. So these are the few I can take for now, because I don't want to make this video very bulky. Hopefully I'll do something else or continue this concerning starting a fish farm business. But like I said, if you are able to search through my old videos, you'll definitely see me talking about starting a fish farm business. So you can do that, search my old videos, or wait for a continuation of this particular one. Thank you for listening. My name is Mr. Greg. Do not fail to subscribe to my channel so that you will have clips like this when I come out with them. Bye for now.